Good evening, everyone. If we could settle down, we have a lot of business to take care of tonight, and some good news. Good news. Okay, thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to the city's 2026 organization meeting. My name is Rosemary, City Clerk, and I want to welcome everyone here tonight. The first order of business is to call the roll. Mr. Boyer.
Present.
Ms. Kalmanson.
Here.
Mr. Pulowski.
Here.
Ms. Toth.
Here.
Thank you. Will everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We are privileged here tonight to welcome Reverend Blake Scalette, who will give the city's invocation for this evening.
I invite you to join me in a word of prayer. Let us pray. Good and gracious God, known by many names and understood in many ways, yet revealed to us through mercy, justice, and love, we ask your presence in this place this night. Bless, protect, and strengthen these civic leaders in their work among us. Grant them wisdom and discernment, courage in the face of adversity, and compassion for the needs of the most vulnerable. Shape their wills to seek justice tempered with mercy. Give them endurance to faithfully carry out their responsibilities entrusted to them, and above all, grant them the assurance and peace that you are with them always, and your love is sustaining them. We pray for this, our city of Summit. Bless and uphold all who call this place home. Grant us health and well-being, generosity of spirit and goodwill toward one another. Remind us always of the value of community and the sacred worth of every person. Where there is division, bring unity. Where there is strife, bring peace. Help us not so much to be understood as to understand. Teach us how to live as neighbors and as one human family, serving one another, caring for the earth you have made, and striving for peace and justice in this and every place. We pray for our state, our nation, and this our world. Bring an end to warfare and violence. Grant peace in this and every nation. Peace in the workplace, peace in our community, peace in our homes, and peace in our hearts. Finally, O God, we commend to your care all our hopes and concerns, our worries and our dreams. You know the needs of our hearts and of our world. Confirm our resolve to serve what is good and to do what is right. All this we pray, trusting that you hear us. In the name of what is holy and what is good, what is God. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend Scalette. Now we will proceed with the what we've all been waiting for, our swearing in of our new council members. So I will come down and we will begin. Okay, first up, will Jacqueline Lasaracina, as council member in the first ward, please come up with anyone else who wishes to join her for the swearing in.
After me. I, Jacqueline Lasaracina,
I, Jacqueline Lasaracina,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all of the duties
of Council Member Ward 1.
of Council Member
Yes.
Ward 1. Yes.
There's a typo on here.
According to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Councilmember Lasaracina. Please take your seat at the dais. Thank you. Our next council member to be sworn in is Chantal Landman. As council member in the 2nd Ward, please come up, and if anyone else who wishes.
Okay. I, Chantal Landman,
I, Chantal Landman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
and
and to the governments established
to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all of the duties
of Council Member Ward 2
of Council Member Ward 2
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Honorary certificate, Councilmember Landman, please take your seat at the dais. Thank you. And last but not least, our Councilmember at Large, Dan Crisafulli. Will you please come forward?
Right hand, yeah, there we go. I, Dan Crisafulli,
I, Dan Crisafulli,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of council member at large
of council member at large
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Councilmember Crisafulli, please take your seat at the dais. Congratulations. Thank you, Okay, Okay, the record will now reflect our three newest council members, Ms. Lasaracina, Ms. Landman, and Mr. Crisafulli. On to the next order of business, which is to elect our 2026 council president. I will take nominations. Councilmember Comments.
Thank you. I nominate Claire Toth.
Thank you. Do I hear any other nominations? Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I gotta ask. Okay. Unanimous. Please have your seat. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I'm grateful for the support, and I look forward to representing all of Summit in this role. Working together will accomplish great things. This is a somber anniversary for a celebratory evening. Taken together, the events of January 6th at the U.S. Capitol and this reorganization meeting remind us of the importance and the power of democracy. Citizen engagement is the beating heart of democracy, and we'll shortly honor our retiring volunteers who exemplify that citizen engagement. I believe our next order of business is to elect a president pro tem, who will serve as council president in my absence and as mayor in hers. And I'll begin that by nominating Michelle Kalmanson for president pro tem. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
Any other nominations? Okay. With that, I'll close the process. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations, President Pro Tem Kalmanson. And I'd also like to recognize the dignitaries who have joined us here this evening. And true confessions, I don't know all of our county commissioners, but I don't believe I've seen any. So if I've missed you, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. Then I'd like to recognize former mayor and councilman at large, Jordan Glatt. Former council president, David Naidu. Former council president, Lisa Allen. Former council president, Greg Vartan. Former council member, Danny O'Sullivan. Former council member, Andy Miniger. And of course, we'll be recognizing our retiring council members in a moment. We have both of our party chairs here, Nick Curiel for the Republicans, and again, Greg Vartan for the Democrats. Reverend Blake Scallett is here, and it wouldn't be a reorganization meeting without the Reverend Dr. Dennison Harriel. Superintendent of Schools, Scott Huff, is here. And finally, I hope I didn't miss anybody, we're joined by Vivian Furman, who is chairman of the Arts Committee.
We
More
have
paper.
several chairs in the audience. There's so many to
I know.
name.
There are a great deal. And then I believe the mayor has certificates of appreciation for the Summit Hilltop String Quartet. You were just amazing.
If you could come forward, please. Thank you.
So I want to thank you guys for a beautiful performance this evening. Thank you for being with us. And I have certificates of appreciation for each of you. I'm going to give them to your wonderful director, and she can hand them to you. And so those are for you guys, and thank you for being here. And then we also have flowers for you. Thank you for being here. Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
At this time, this is sort of a break in the action. It's a little bit timeout. So if anybody needs to go home and do schoolwork, homework, this is a great opportunity for you to hop out, and we won't take it personally. Give them a moment to clear, and then.
Okay.
Please feel free to fill in the empty seats so you don't have to stand. Don't be shy.
It's you.
Do I give the incoming gift to Mike now? Or
You should, yeah, I think we'll do it. Yeah, let's do it now. Let's do it.
So first, I'm going to ask outgoing Council President Mike McTernan to come on up. We have a couple of things I'm going to tell you about Council President Mike McTernan.
Skipping around on the agenda?
No. I'm following right along. Mike was appointed on September 17th, 2024 as Councilmember Ward 1, filling the unexpired term of Lisa Allen. He served as Council President from September 17th, 2024 to December 31st, 2025. Mr. McTernan previously served as a council member in Ward 1 from 2014 to 2019 and as Council President from 2016 to 2017. And Mike was appointed to the Common Council. There's duplicates. And throughout his tenure, he served as council president, providing steady and effective leadership during a period of important municipal initiatives. Under his guidance, the council was instrumental in the successful sale of the old firehouse property, helping advance the city's long-term redevelopment goals. He also served as a member of the Mount Laurel Committee, where he played a key role in making meaningful progress with developers as part of the city's housing element and fair share plan. So, Mike, thank you for all of your service to the city. Really going to miss working with you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
It is now, because I can't read the agenda. Sorry about that. Okay. Delia Hamlet, outgoing Ward 1 council member. Come on up. So Delia was elected as council member Ward 1 in 2023. She's been serving as president pro tem in 2024 and 2025. Delia served on the Summit Common Council from 2023 to 2025. During her tenure, she emerged as a deeply engaged and solutions-oriented leader with a strong focus on community well-being, fiscal responsibility, and smart growth. Hamlet played a critical role in addressing homelessness in Summit, leading months of coordinated efforts that resulted in more than 20 individuals securing housing or connections to rehabilitation services while helping restore dignity and a sense of belonging within the community. She also served on the Mount Laurel subcommittee, where she was instrumental in the development of the city's housing element and fair share plan, skillfully mediating with developers and fair share housing while advocating for responsible, context-sensitive development. With Summit's limited developable land, she consistently focused on curbing overdevelopment and protecting the city's character without overburdening traffic or stormwater systems. A strong advocate for public safety, Hamlet supported increasing police staffing and evaluating fire department needs to ensure community readiness. Known for her commitment to transparency and accountability, she closely scrutinized city and school budgets, identifying millions in potential overspending to safeguard taxpayers. She also championed major infrastructure and stormwater upgrades in response to worsening flooding, supported the advancement of the Broad Street West project with appropriate safeguards, and led hands-on efforts to beautify downtown. Additionally, she explored opportunities for solar energy to reduce municipal costs and deliver long-term savings for Summit residents. You roll up your sleeves and you get things done, and we're very grateful for your service, Delia.
Is this on? It's on. Hello. Real quick, I didn't get a chance to say thank you during the last meeting, but thank you to all of you who are here tonight, all of you who have shown up for the last several years. You've been a huge support, and to the city staff, can't thank you enough. Hopefully you won't see the last of me here, but just want to say thank you for everything. And for the newly elected, best of luck. Can't wait to see what you do. I've given Councilman Landman my book of notes, and hopefully she reads them. Hopefully she's into the weeds as I am, but she'll pass that to Dan and Jackie as well. But truly excited to see the new leadership. But in the military, you change leadership every 18 months or so. And if you're a good leader, the municipality shouldn't really know a difference. Only good things. So wish you the best of luck.
You have to take them out. Okay, and last but not least, Councilman at Large, Mr. Smallwood. Try to do a better job at this one. Kevin Smallwood served on the Common Council from 2024 to 2025, bringing a practical, people-focused, and fiscally responsible approach to local leadership. Throughout his tenure, he concentrated on addressing Summit's most pressing priorities while protecting both community character and taxpayers. A strong advocate for public safety, Smallwood supported the Resident Protection Ordinance and the hiring of additional police officers while pushing for increased downtown foot patrols and appropriate staffing for both the police and fire departments. He led efforts to beautify downtown, focusing on sidewalk improvements, tree well maintenance, and advocated for stronger collaboration between the city and Summit Downtown, Inc. to achieve lasting results. Kevin Smallwood prioritized long-term cost savings and sustainability initiatives, playing an instrumental role in facilitating the city's participation in the Government Energy Aggregation Program, which provides direct savings on residents' electric bills. His work extended to infrastructure and parking, including helping to reopen 32 new resident commuter parking spaces and supporting major renovations to the aging tier garage. He was instrumental in seeing the Tatlock Lake Field lighting project to fruition, which will be a great enhancement to sports programming at Tatlock Field. Thank you, Kevin, for your service. I will miss you. Now you all know I can't read, and I should never be in charge of a meeting because I did go out of order on the agenda. It's hard when you read upside down and you don't have your glasses on. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you to our residents, our volunteers, our boards, our city employees, and our first responders. And thank you to our families who share us with the work of public service. We love this city. And we know what makes Summit special. Tonight is a chance to look back on what we have accomplished together in 2025 and to share where we're headed next. Everything we cherish about Summit starts with safety. Our charming neighborhoods, our vibrant downtown, our schools and sports, our events, the simple freedom for a child to run to a friend's house, grab a ball, and meet at Memorial Field. The confidence for teens to walk downtown for ice cream. The peace of mind that comes from knowing your community is looking out for you. That only happens when safety is real. And in 2025, we strengthened it. We strengthened our police department in a concrete way. We added 2 additional police positions to our organization table, and we continued to invest in the people and resources that keep Summit safe. 2025 was also a year of important transition and renewal within the police department. We said farewell to our former chief with gratitude for dedicated service. We promoted Ryan Peters as our new chief of police, and we promoted an entirely new command staff as well. Along the way, we offered fond farewells to those retiring after decades of service, and we welcomed new faces who are choosing Summit because of who we are, a community with spirit, strong relationships, and a culture of mutual respect. Summit is a place where we support law enforcement, expect excellence, and work in partnership to keep our community safe. This year, we felt what safety really means. With additional staffing, our resident protection ordinance, and the tools and support we've provided to our police department, we have seen fewer burglaries, less crime, and a greater sense of safety across Summit. Our chief, Ryan Peters, will give a more detailed report with crime stats during our next meeting on January 20th, so tune in to hear the details. But statistics only tell part of the story. The rest is character. This year, 2 members of our police department helped save a mother and a child from a burning building in Newark. In that moment, they weren't thinking about recognition. They were thinking about 2 lives that needed help. And that says something powerful about the kind of officers who serve Summit every day, in every neighborhood, in every call of service that comes in. We strengthened our fire department as well. We added 2 additional firefighters, and we swore in several new firefighters to replace those who have moved on or retired, ensuring we maintain strong staffing and readiness. We also provided additional training because preparedness is not something we assume. It is something we continually build. 2025 was also a major year for the fire department and for how our residents connect with the work they do. We moved into the new firehouse, and we were proud to welcome the community during our first Government Week event there. Hundreds of residents came through, saw the space, met the staff, and got a firsthand look at the people and the work that keep Summit running. And our fire department represented Summit on a national stage when they were featured on a Today Show in a segment about kitchen safety during the holidays. They showed the country what we already know here. Summit sets a standard: responsible, well-spoken, and deeply caring. Another priority in 2025 was addressing homelessness in Summit, not by pushing people away, but by helping people find a place to live. You all remember where we were 2 years ago, and even 1 year ago, and you can see the difference today. We are at functional zero because of the incredible work of the Mayor's Homelessness Task Force. Law enforcement, case managers, and volunteers worked side by side, refusing to accept this is just the way it is. We also want to offer thanks to outgoing Councilmember Delia Hamlet, who personally helped move so many individuals into new homes and help them get set up with what they needed to start over. That is the spirit of Summit. We don't ignore a problem. We don't look away. We recognize that it is inhumane for people to live outside without shelter, and we also recognize that it isn't safe for a community to leave challenges unaddressed. So we did what Summit does best. We worked with professionals. We set the right boundaries. We connected people with services. We found housing options, and we made progress that is real, visible, and meaningful, and everyone benefited. We also made meaningful progress on our affordable housing in 2025, and we did it the Summit way. We completed our round 3 housing commitments, and we submitted our round 4 plan. We work closely with our churches and our partners across the community to find creative ways to offer affordable housing options without overdevelopment and without jeopardizing the city by burdening our roads, our resources, and our schools. It's not easy work, and it matters, because the goal is balance. It is making room for people who want to live here, work here, raise families here, and age here, while making sure growth is responsible and sustainable. In 2025, we delivered on another major priority. We sold the old firehouse. Residents spoke clearly about what they wanted. We listened. We focused on zoning that works within our city. We pursued a solution that brings resources and benefits to Summit without taking away what makes Summit special. With that sale, we will be able to secure the funds anticipated to help cover the cost of the firehouse, the new firehouse, and we will benefit from annual tax revenue from what is built there in the future. That is responsible planning. That is Summit making smart decisions for the long term. We also focused in 2025 on creating more opportunities for our young people, more opportunities to practice sports, to get outside, to get off screens, to bond with friends through activities that build character, confidence, teamwork, and community. And we achieved a major milestone with the Tatlock Field Lights. This was complicated. People cared deeply and understandably. We listened, we debated, we worked, we reached a solution with clear guidelines voted on by council and a commitment to responsible use. Because of that work, Summit's kids will now have more opportunities to practice in the early evening when it's already dark. That is a huge win for the youth of Summit, and we want to recognize outgoing Councilmember Kevin Smallwood for his leadership and persistence in making that happen. We also tackled an issue residents have been talking about for a long time: e-bikes and e-scooters. We passed an ordinance to keep our downtown business district safe by protecting sidewalks for pedestrians. We made it clear that e-scooters and e-bikes belong on streets because of their speed. And if you aren't comfortable riding in the streets downtown, please walk your bike or scooter. We didn't stop at enforcement. We leaned into education. We met with middle schoolers and high schoolers on e-bike and e-scooter safety. We produced videos and informational materials. We installed signage throughout downtown so everyone understands what is allowed and what is not. And we took additional steps to improve pedestrian safety for everyone, including a new flashing beacon and crosswalk at Morris and Butler Parkway, along with public-facing educational materials to help keep residents and visitors safe. Our Department of Public Works answered more than 4,000 See-Click-Fix entries. Thank you to our residents who help us keep our city clean, in great shape, and thriving by letting us know when there's an issue that needs to be fixed. And if you don't know about See-Click-Fix, please get the app. It's very helpful. You are the eyes and ears of this town. Summit schools are one of our greatest sources of pride. Thank you for being here, Scott. They make the city shine, and we value the excellence our educators deliver every day. It's also important to be clear about roles. The Board of Education determines the school budget and how those dollars are allocated. The city does not decide where school funding goes. But we do have a responsibility to keep property taxes in check for our residents and to work collaboratively wherever we can manage costs responsibly. In 2025, we worked with our partners to help find efficiencies so we could preserve excellent education while maintaining responsible taxes. And we will do that again this year, protecting what makes Summit outstanding while respecting what families are paying. Summit's AAA credit rating is something we should be proud of. Thank you, Tammy. It means we get the lowest rates possible when we borrow. It is a signal of stability, strong management, and long-term responsibility. In 2025, we maintained a balanced budget while continuing to provide the services and resources residents need and expect. And we kept our tax base in check, ensuring the overall tax increase was less than 2%. A thriving city is an informed city. In 2025, we launched a quarterly newsletter, thank you, Jenny, that goes to every household, keeping residents informed both online and offline. Going forward, we're looking at even more ways to engage the public so that more residents can participate, understand what's happening, and share ideas. Because the best ideas in Summit don't necessarily come from City Hall. They come from the residents who care deeply about this community. Looking forward, we are also investing in the everyday infrastructure that keeps Summit safe, walkable, and connected. This spring and summer, our DPW will be making numerous improvements around the city, including revitalizing Ashland Road and sidewalks, adding sidewalks to Canoe Parkway, along with traffic calming measures, and moving ahead with additional plans for improvements on Broad Street, Springfield Avenue, and Glenside Avenue. These projects will be funded through a combination of grants and capital funds with a clear goal: enhance walkability and safety for everyone who lives here, works here, and visits Summit. We also made real progress in 2025 on the places that bring people together. Summit's first All Abilities Playground is coming to Maybe Playground, and it will be ready for everyone to use this spring. Thank you, David. It's a project many families have been waiting for, and we're expecting to see it open. We're excited to see it open. This year, you'll also see upgrades to Tatlock or Washington School Playground as well. And looking ahead, we have wonderful events on the horizon to celebrate 250 years of American history. In April, we will host a Revolutionary Trail Day with historical activities around town. It's a chance to learn, to celebrate, and to experience the story of our country right here in our own community. As we look back on 2025, it's worth saying out loud what we all feel. Summit is more than a municipality. Summit is a community in the truest sense of the word. We experienced the joy of births of many babies among our city staff. We shared moments of pride as Summit's professionalism was recognized beyond our borders. And we also walked through heartbreak together with the loss of firefighter Lon Mullen. We grieved together, we supported one another, and we stood with Lon's family. We will never forget him, and we will carry forward the example he set through his service, his steadiness, and the way he showed up for this community. Those moments, joy, pride, grief, are not separate from the story of our city. They are the story. They are what reminds us that behind every uniform, every desk, every meeting, every call for service, there are people who care deeply about this place and about one another. Summit is special in how we come together, in our demand for excellence, and in our deep caring to help others, no matter where we are called to serve. When people ask why Summit is consistently recognized as one of the top places to live in New Jersey, one of the top commuter communities to New York, and one of the best places to live in America, the answer is the same one we experience every day. It's our safety, it's our community spirit, it's our schools, it's our teams, it's our downtown, it's our events, it's neighbors looking out for neighbors, and none of it happens by accident. It happens because this community shows up, speaks up, and works together with respect, with responsibility, and with high expectations for ourselves. 2025 was a year of real progress, and in 2026, we will keep building on that momentum with the same Summit approach: thoughtful, practical, and always focused on protecting the quality of life we all treasure. And speaking personally, I couldn't be prouder to be the mayor of this beautiful community. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for your trust. So we have a lot to be grateful for here. That was very prepared and very read, and I apologize. But I just want everyone to look around the room and realize that this is a room filled with people that really care about the special place we call home. So thank you all for your engagement. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you around town.
Okay, so do I do it next? Next up, the mayor and I are going to recognize our retiring citizen volunteers from our various committees, and we'll begin with the mayor's recognitions.
If you're here, I lied. If you are here and you hear your name, please come up to receive our thank you gift. Davida Hogan from the Arts Committee. Jill Joseph from the Arts Committee. Jacqueline Lasaracina, I know you're here. From the Arts Committee. Sharon Nash from the Arts Committee. Glenda Robson from the Arts Committee. Glenda here? Let's see Glenda. Scott Lenz from the Community Programs Advisory Board. Jennifer Erday from the Board of Education. I came. I know. I see you. Kelly Stanton from the Board of Education. I didn't see Kelly there. Dan Crisafulli, I know you're here as well. Environmental Commission. Lara Mendenhall from the Environmental Commission. I know. Hermelinda Robinson from the Board of Health. Rosalind Candellan, I know you're here. Housing Authority. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. James Fleischman from the Library Board of Trustees. I don't think I saw him either. Paul Formicelli from the Planning Board. All right. John Zucker from the Planning Board. Michael Gormley from the PAL. Scott Henry from the PAL. Christine Vicari from the PAL. And Leslie Salcedo from the Rent Commission. I'm really awkward. This microphone's not easy. Just want to thank everybody for their service, and don't go away. We still need you to help us.
And I'm going to recognize the retiring volunteers from the committees to which the council makes appointments. Starting with the Affordable Housing Committee, Vicki Letterman. No. Irene Lockhart. And Laura Steele-Liebman. No. From the Economic Development Advisory Committee, Dwight Dixon. No. Wally Gonzalez. Mark Gunderson, I know you're here. Good to see you. Okay. James Schroeder. No. Jared White. Okay. From the Free Market Steering Committee, we have Sarah Duong and Christopher Harrison. From the Parking Advisory Committee, Christy Bancone. No. James Caputo. Aunt Netta, you're here. Aunt Netta LaVecchia. Okay. From the Recycling Advisory Committee, Julia Potasowicz. Yeah. From the Shade Tree Advisory Committee, Perry Zipf. From the Silver Summit Senior Citizens Advisory Committee, say that 3 times fast, Maria Danquea. Linda Ross, and Maria Tabone. No? And finally, from the zoning board, I don't see Joe Steiner here, but Joe has done so much for Summit. It's a privilege to honor him.
Okay.
The next order of business is the 2026 appointments, beginning with the appointments to the council standing committees.
I have it here.
You have it here.
Those you should read.
Okay.
They're short.
You don't want to trust me from doing it from memory.
You want to do it from memory? They're happy to do that.
Okay, we'll do this in alphabetical order. The Administrative Policies and Community Relations Committee will be chaired by Councilman Boyer, and Councilmember Crisafulli will be the member. Capital Projects and Community Services, Councilmember Crisafulli will chair. Councilmember Landman is the member. Community Programs and Parking Services, Councilmember Kalmanson will chair. Councilmember Boyer is the member. The Finance Committee, Councilmember Landman will chair. Councilmember Lasaracina is the member. Law and Labor, Councilmember Lasaracina will chair. Councilmember Pulowski will be the member. And finally, Safety and Health, Councilmember Pulowski will chair. Councilmember Kalmanson will be the member. So feel free to reach out to any of them with concerns about a specific subject. And then the resident appointments to the community volunteer boards will be on the city website tomorrow morning. And then, okay, no ordinance?
No ordinances,
Okay.
no.
Okay. So, moving on, we've got the consent agenda. Sorry. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
do we have any comments from the public about items on the consent agenda? No. Do we have comments from council? Okay,
Just turn the microphone for yourself.
turn the microphone again, and again, please give us your name, tell us where you're from. And we will get a new and improved 3-minute clock, but this is what we got at the moment. So, thank you.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council. With all due respect, I don't do that. I don't share my information. I just wanted to make sure that on Law and Labor 12075 that the time is also changed to 7:30. I don't want to be a stickler, but every single meeting of last year was at 7:30, but eCode 360 has it at 8 o'clock. So technically, just want to make sure that part is done. That it says 7:30. I know you guys are on top of it. That's my.
It's here.
I think that's my only. Oh, and I love that we're appointing an ADA coordinator. Surprising how many municipalities in New Jersey don't have an ADA coordinator. Usually it winds up falling back on the engineer, which is just one more thing on top of his lap. So that's good news, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for now. Thanks.
Thank you. Any more comments? Comments from council? Well, okay. I was simply going to correct me if I'm wrong, Councilmember Pulowski, but when we put the council rules into the ordinance last year, it starts at 7:30.
Yeah, I just don't know if Ecode 360 has been updated with the.
Okay.
It's at the top of the, in the resolution, it's at the top of the page where it says council meetings heading, it says 7:30 on Tuesday. I think
Okay.
the gentleman's point was that we should start promptly at 7:30, is that what you meant?
No.
Oh,
That
the time is noted.
E-codes had it at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
Make sure.
Okay. Okay. We can do this by voice vote, I believe. All in favor of the consent agenda?
Aye.
Any opposed? It carries. Okay, so at this point, members of the public will have an opportunity to comment on any matter they would wish. And I'd like to start with Summit residents, please. And again, 3-minute limit on your comments. Okay. Anybody here who works, worships, or attends school in Summit who'd like to make a comment? Okay. Anybody else who'd like to make a comment? Oh.
I missed my cue back there. My name's Robert Lee, 9 Pearl Street. At the last meeting, you guys discussed what would be helpful in terms of comments from the public, and I had one thought that I'd shared with Mr. Boyer, is maybe when you were introducing new ordinances, it would be helpful, I think, for us as residents, if you had the council comments first, and then we understand some of what the thinking is behind what everybody is saying, and then open it up to public comments afterwards. I thought that might be helpful, and then you can renegotiate as you wish. But I thought that could be a way of giving the residents a little bit more understanding of where everybody's coming from. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comment? Okay.
Izzy Curiel, 25 Grove Street. I have a historical minute for all of you. Even though the area we now know as Summit was settled more than a century earlier, it officially became a township in 1869 when it separated from New Providence Township. The reason for that split was fairly straightforward. People living in Summit were frustrated because it was nearly impossible to get basic improvements or services from either New Providence Township or Springfield Township. Roads, infrastructure, and every other everyday needs were simply not being addressed. One of the key figures behind this effort was Nicholas Mahler, who moved to Summit in 1854 and quickly became an important leader in the community. He spent years pushing for Summit to become independent and worked tirelessly through significant political resistance. At one point, a bill to create Summit Township was rushed through the state Senate. Just before it was signed, one of Mahler's supporters discovered that the bill had been tampered with. Despite the outrage this caused, the governor ultimately signed it, and Summit finally became its own township. In 1892, Summit built its town hall at 71 Summit Ave, which is now what we call Old Town Hall. By 1899, Summit had grown so significantly that it was no longer truly a rural town. The population had increased, and community recognized the need for a different form of government to keep up with that growth. That year, Summit officially became a city, moving from a township committee to a city government, better suited to handle services and development. At the very first Common Council meeting in 1899, one of the first ordinances passed stated that the mayor and council members would serve without pay. City Administrator Baldwin's great-great-grandfather, George Baldwin, served on that first council and later became Summit's second mayor. Later on, Town Hall's municipal functions moved from Old Town Hall to a remodeled former school building in 1946. In the mid-1990s, Summit rebuilt City Hall and opened the current 512 Springfield Ave building, which we now use today. This building is especially meaningful to my family. My grandfather donated his time by designing and building the mayor's office, contributing his skill and craftsmanship to the city he loved. His contribution is permanently recognized. His name is listed on a plaque in the entrance lobby to City Hall as one of its builders. One of his favorite additions was creating 2 hidden compartments inside that office. To this day, whenever a new mayor is elected, he still comes in and shows them exactly where those compartments are. Summit has now had 29 mayors, all of whom have helped shape the city we know today. As a second-generation Hilltopper, I've really enjoyed listening to these historical minutes, as it's a remarkable way to see how much people cared about this city for so long ago, and because of them, Summit remains such a special place to call home.
And Ms. Curiel, if you could either email your remarks to the city clerk or leave them with us. Thank you. Do we have any other public comments?
Yeah. All right. Anonymous. Congratulations to, I'll give a congratulations to Councilwoman Landman. I appreciate you having an open line of communication. You know, when I started asking questions, you at least answered me, you at least responded. So I got to give respect where it's due. I don't think we started the clock. So congratulations. Mayor Fagan, you're one of my favorite mayors. And I'm an easy sell, you know. All you got to do is just be nice. Just say hi, welcome, these kinds of things. Rosie's the best city clerk in New Jersey. You know, you be nice and stuff goes a long way. You'd be surprised how disarming it is. When you say hello, how you doing, you know, these kinds of things. It goes a long way. You know, I don't respect liars. I don't respect manipulators. I don't respect people who, see, growing up, I had to kind of discover my own moral code. And one thing I never wound up being was a liar. You know, because you got to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. You know, you got to make sure you sleep well. And when you lie and you manipulate for any sort of benefit, you become a con artist. So, got a song I wrote. This is dedicated to, this is dedicated to con artist Crisafulli. When I was speaking at that meeting where you were bitching and just freaking berating the chief because he would not stop my speech. Thanks, Chief Peters. You had already ran from questions, then ran straight to the detectives when people wanted to get information for the election. At the ballot box, Summit should have gave you the boot. Your tall tale fell and the truth took root. Dan's campaign should have died at the moment that he lied. The voters should have said, pack it up, it's time to go. At the ballot box, Summit should have said, no way. Dan had hoped he would acquire more votes and became a liar. A tall man sank shallow to fight Kevin on a win. Dan had added a false component, trying to tie me to his opponent. I hope he never forgets the moment that he lied. Hoping to acquire some more votes, you manufactured a complete hoax. That type of coward should never seek elected power. Hoping to acquire some more votes, you manufactured a complete hoax. That type of coward should never seek elected power.
Is that it? Any other comments?
Ted Margolis, 43 Greenbrier Drive. The gentleman who was just up here needs to do two things. He needs to learn how to write a song, and he needs to learn how to play the guitar.
Diego Hoek, Argyle Court. I want to congratulate Claire. It's special that you won and you're council president. I want to thank everybody who was on the dais for serving. You all won your election with several thousand votes, close to 5,200 for Dan, close to 3,000 votes for Chantal and Jackie, and so on and so forth. My point here is people can write a song, but at the end of the day, Summit voters voted for all of you to be on this dais and to represent us and do the work. So thank you for your service, and I look forward to a great year.
Any other comments? Okay. Then we can move on to council comments. Are there any council members who want to make a comment? Yes, Councilmember Pawlowski.
Thank you. I just wanted to congratulate Claire on becoming council president, Michelle as president pro tem, and welcome our new council members, Jackie, Chantal, and Dan. We've already had conversations and started working together for the city. I look forward to an open and collegial relationship going forward. It's uptown, Elizabeth. It's not downtown.
My
Okay.
apologies.
Can we change this, everybody?
I
Come
didn't
on.
grow up here.
Wanted to say a couple words about Mike. Mike, you've been a great mentor and calming influence on both the council and the public. We needed you, and you came through for the council and the city in spectacular fashion. One substantive thing I would mention is that you gave us all the fortitude to push for the best round for affordable housing plan possible. So I thank you. I also want to thank Kevin, my partner on law and labor, 2 years ago as we worked through the language of the resident protection ordinance, my partner on community programs for so many listening sessions on Tatlock lights, and finally council resolving to light our fields. Residents started to receive their opt-out forms for the government energy aggregation program and will soon be receiving more affordable energy, and we would not have that great program without you. You are my brother, and I thank you. I will continue to work towards your dream of a solar summit. Dan says he might help out with that. So, Delia, where do I start? The list is far too long to recite here tonight. From your tireless efforts to bring Summit to net zero homelessness, to your relentless pursuit of affordable housing options on the Mount Laurel Committee. Your own opponent this past election season even acknowledged that nobody works harder than you. I'm not sure anybody ever could. Perhaps my favorite accomplishment, though, and it's unheralded, are the paddle courts at Wilson School. You were criticized for pushing a pet project for the elite. The irony is that your motivation was the exact opposite, making this great and growing sport available for all Hilltoppers, whether or not they have the means to join a private club. You're an inspiration, and I thank you.
Through you, Council President.
Yes. Go ahead, Councilmember Boyer.
First, I'd also like to congratulate our Council President and our Councilwoman Pro Temp. Congratulations. I would also like to congratulate our new council members. Good job. It was actually really nice to see you up here with your children. They will always remember this, and that's one thing that I always think about, and your service to this community. I'd like to say goodbye to the 3 people that I've spent probably more time with than my wife. First, our former council president, Mike McTernan. I vividly remember our first encounter about 3 years ago at a Starbucks. Mike had a radical idea. He said, you know what, I don't think children should have cell phones until 8th grade. I said, what? That would never happen. That is absolutely impossible. So I was really skeptical. But then come to find out that our governor, just passed a law preventing kids to have cell phones in schools. Mike had a vision. He's always had a vision. And Mike has been more than a colleague to me. He's been a stabilizing force. In a political era defined by noise, Mike offered an equilibrium. I'm doing my hands, Mike. His return to this body to serve as president was a divine gift for a young council, and he provided the gravitas we so desperately needed. So public service is a sacrifice of time, and I recall receiving calls from Mike regarding critical projects, like the Mount Laurel project, when I was literally on top of a mountain. That's evidenced by Mike's stewardship, because he never sleeps. Whether navigating the complexities of the fifth round housing negotiations or mentoring us as younger members, Mike has been the ultimate exemplar of civic virtue. Mike, you are a volunteer in the highest sense of the word. And you have been, maybe you don't know this, but you have been my mentor for the last 2 years. And I love you, man. Thank you for your service. Mr. Smallwood. So when I attempt to capture the essence of Kevin Smallwood, I'm drawn to a fundamental truth. He is a man of profound moral seriousness. Throughout his tenure, Kevin has disdained the performative aspects of politics. His gaze had never fixated on the news cycle. He had one focus, which was the Tatlock Field lights. And that was a huge impact and will be a huge impact on the city. So Kevin understood this not merely as infrastructure, but as expanding the stage upon which our community life is enacted. A decade from now, this vibrancy will be Kevin's legacy. He laid the groundwork for a future he will not publicly inhabit, which is the definition of selfishness. We must also reckon with the personal costs. Kevin navigated these duties while shouldering the responsibilities of being a single father. The logistics of the school drop-off and the late nights here at City Hall represent a quiet heroism that too often goes unremarked. To me personally, Kevin was a reservoir of support. He was accessible, he was present, and he cared deeply about the people behind the policy. I want to extend my gratitude to his daughter and his son for lending him to us. Kevin, your service was an act of generosity. Thank you. Last but not least, former Councilwoman Delia Hamlet. There is an axiomatic truth in this building. Delia Hamlet is the infatigable engine of Summit, New Jersey. Her stewardship has never been abstract. It's been granular. Whether addressing concerns, we first got here on Ashwood Court, Springfield Avenue, or Weaver Street, Glenwood. It's where we first met, actually, Glenwood. She practiced a politics of radical acceptance, serving every constituent with equal fidelity. Her impact is written on our physical landscape. her rigorous work on the Mount Laurel Committee, and her dedication to revitalizing our playgrounds. Got Jefferson School on, I remember that. Maybe Playground, Washington School. This ensures her influence will be felt by generations. Because of this track record, I must state clearly to Councilwoman Hamlet, it would be a loss to the body politic if her service ended here. Delia possesses a rare vocational aptitude for governance. Whether at this level again, the state, or beyond, the broader political arena requires her competence and her unrelenting work ethic. Delia, you are a true Summit patriot with a trajectory that should not stagnate. I sincerely hope you continue to answer the call. Thank you for your service.
Anybody else? Yes, Councilmember Comments.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to say thank you to all of our volunteers, and that's our outgoing council members. Thank you for all of the work that you've done for Summit. Truly appreciated. Thank you to all of our retiring volunteers on the committees. We appreciate your service. Everyone, I hope it's okay to speak for our incoming council members. That I know we're all really excited to work with our current volunteers and new volunteers. And, also thank you to everyone who submitted an application for the committees. We have so many wonderful applicants. We wish we could find a place for everyone. So just thank you. It's really what makes Summit special. So thank you to everyone. For whatever capacity you're serving in, we truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Yes, Ms. Councilmember Lasaracina.
Thank you. Through you, Council President. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge our amazing city staff. I think I can comfortably speak on behalf of Chantal, Dan, and myself when I say we are already the grateful recipients of your expertise and your generosity of time and your kindness. Specific call out to Rosie, Nicole, and Tammy. You all are doing such excellent work and giving so much of your time to get us up to speed. And Summit operates with excellence because we have the very best city staff, and we are so fortunate to get to do our small part to support the amazing work that you all do. So thank you very much.
Councilmember Crisafulli.
Yes, through you, Council President. I would like to thank Delia for her counsel and passing along her wisdom as an outgoing member of council. She's offered to meet with us, and she shared extensive materials. I feel that I'm joining the dream team, especially our leader, Council President Toth, who has an incredible background in city leadership, in downtown Summit, the zoning board, and countless other roles that she's played over the years of service. I think we are incredibly fortunate to have her as our council president. And the other members of the council, I esteem all of you highly, and I feel honored to be part of this team. Thank you.
Very nice.
You had one more thing,
Yeah,
Councilmember
sorry.
Pulowski? Yeah, everyone else gets to go
Jamel's
first.
comments blew mine away again. It happens every time. I also forgot to thank Izzy Curiel for your historic minute. We tried to get you on the agenda, but as you can see, we have a lot going on here tonight. But for all of you, Izzy's a Summit High School grad, class of 2025. At the high school, she was heavily involved in theater and debate. And she is now a freshman at the University of Delaware studying communications and public relations.
Thank you. I get to have the last word. Last year, Mike McTernan, my predecessor as council president, regularly updated the community on Summit's affordable housing plan. And I had hoped to do so as well this evening. But despite the December 31st deadline, the plan is not quite finalized. So stay tuned to the January 20th council meeting for the real update. And this council, we will be great. We want to increase our community engagement, even beyond what it's been. So to that end, I'll be holding regular office hours, Mondays from 3 to 5 p.m. in the council conference room right next door. So please come and see me. If that time doesn't work, reach out. We'll find a time that does. We also plan to hold a series of Facebook Live events with department heads and the council members who chair the corresponding committees. So tune in to learn what each department really does. It's a lot more than you realize. How council works with city staff and what it means to you. And that also gives me the opportunity to acknowledge our wonderful, hardworking city staff. They are the proverbial flock of ducks, cool and serene to the public eye, and working furiously just underneath the surface. And with that, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Council President, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. We are all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming. Please come back.